We're going to pan out a little bit and pivot deep into one of our campaigns that we launched and we submitted for the award. So first, the program goals. I think I mentioned to you guys this morning, we have a loyalty program that covers all 9 of our brands called Priority Club Rewards. So this was a program that was aimed at either driving members into that loyalty program and then also incentivizing them to with recurring usage over the promotion period. And as I talked about this morning, with that OTA issue, where we didn't want people necessarily to book through OTAs because our price points are lower. We want them to book direct, so we don't pay commissions. So it was a two-pronged attack to the campaign. And the tactics. So this is a promotion that goes multi-channel, right? So what this was about was extending mobile as part of our ongoing quarterly campaign process, and then leveraging all of our available touch points, so from purchase to owned to earned. So since I'm a late presenter, you're going to see my really poor build skills in PowerPoint here, but we're going to give this a try. So again, the offer was 1,000 points per stay, plus an additional 250 points if they book direct with us. We can talk about what the value of the points are, but at that point it's just kind of more mathematics. So the first is a little bit of focusing on what we did for purchased. And in this area, we went after some select offsite marketing, but with actual consumer intent and some unique marketing capabilities. So kind of what we talked about this morning, we definitely went after those points of pause or disruption. So I'm going to highlight here a little bit of what we did with millennial media. I think a lot of you may have used them in here, but what we did is we always tried to find airport delay, points of pause where they're actually in a distressed state, and or where they're wasting time, right? What do y'all do in an airport? You typically look at news sites and when you're paused. The next was geo-targeted. So again, using Jywire. We'll try to get as many vendor plugs in as I can. But using Jywire, which I think a lot of you may know, runs most of the major airport free Wi-Fi services. So what we did is there are 2 versions. You can pay or you can become an ad sponsor. So we did an ad sponsorship, and what they had to do was watch a video to actually about the loyalty program. And really, as they're, again, at that points of pause, really learning more about our program, the benefits of membership, and the value of enrolling. So again, kind of getting them at those points where mobile's a perfect form factor. Again, in this mode of wasting time, Jump Tap, who a lot of you may know, is one of the major ad platforms within the gamer community. So again, advertise them as they're kind of wasting time. Jump Tap owns, they're the predominant in Angry Birds and things like that. So we really targeted those high volume areas where consumers are pausing to play a game for a little bit. And then lastly, this idea of gamification, right? Let them kind of play and really delve into finding out. And so this was with a network called Curiously, where it would put in front of them questions about travel. And the one thing I love about travel is everyone has a story, right? My background, actually, I came out of payments. I worked for a company called Check Free. So if you ever paid your bills online, that was usually powered by us. But you'd talk to someone at a cocktail party, and they'd ask what you do, and you'd say, well, I work for Check Free. And they go, oh, really? What do they do? Oh, you pay your bills online? Yeah. Great, I'm going to the bar. You want anything? And they would just walk away. No one has a passion about payments and financials, right? But everyone has a passion about travel, and they want to share their story, and they want to kind of gamify it. So this was just sort of like, asking them questions of how they like to earn points and travel and everything, and really delve them in. This was actually, I don't have it as a summary, it was the second most engaged touch point we had because it was fun. It was just a sort of fun aspect of travel. So that was the purchase media. And then now going into owned, and I kind of touched on this one earlier in the day. We were lucky enough to have actual retail locations. If you think about it, a hotel is a retail location. So what we did is all room key inserts and front desk displays with all mobile calls to action. We did SMS, we did QR, unique vanity, and then we started to test NFC with a print vendor in Europe, because NFC phones are they're more highly adopted in Europe than they are in the US. We mobile optimized all of our landing pages, so even if you typed in the desktop URL, we'd sniff the user agent out and redirect you to the optimized version for your device. So again, mobile web merchandising, iOS merchandising, and then we actually had an email service with a reminder about details, because again, this promotion was run over a period of time. It was based on, you had to enroll and then future behaviors. So we sent you mobile optimized email transactions that told you, hey, you're only X more points, one more stay, you get 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000. Kept reminding them during the promotional period. And then last was earned, and again, touched on that this morning. We integrated Facebook as part of a Facebook app as part of our iOS app enrollment. I think, we could argue whether Facebook apps have taken off on desktop, but they've done pretty well in mobile. So we had a pretty good take rate on this within the app. About 9,000 of them agreed to give us permissions to their graph, and then we posted the marketing messages, which we're seeing, again, around 400,000 times. But we had 400 additional enrollments. So again, small, but I was very impressed by it. I thought that was a good way to get additional reach. Social check-in. So we claimed all of our IHG properties, which it was difficult to do if you think about it in a franchise environment. This is no different than trying to claim your Google Places and things like that, right? So, because our owners can claim it. Well, we went out and claimed them all, so we could run the Facebook, the Foursquare check-ins, and then you had unique offers from each hotel that you checked in, and then it immediately posted out to Foursquare so they could see it, so their friends could see it, right? And then follow up on the offer. So again, extending that reach. Trigger Twitter messages, and then created the recommendations. So the campaign results. So we had over 95,000 enrollment registrations, which accounted for about 15% of the whole program's participation, which is really great considering this was kind of the first major promotion. We'd done small tactics and things like that. I got to give a shout out to Xtify. We did use push as well. So I don't know if he stayed here, but I appreciate it. So again, 15% enrollments are fantastic. Generated over 60 million impressions through paid known. Click-through rate wasn't bad, 0.5%, pretty good. And then just, again, consistently amazed that I just thought QR codes would just be here and gone pretty quickly, and it's not. It's really catching on. So, and then 15,000 SMS registrations. And again, generated additional 4.5% downloads of our app via Facebook. And then we met all of our program objectives on a cost per acquisition basis. So I appreciate it, and I promise this is the last time you'll see me up here. So thank you.
All right, I would like to thank all of our speakers for today. As a reminder, we do have the eTail Best in Class Awards ceremony where we'll be announcing the winner for the mobile category and some of the other categories tomorrow during our general lunch for all the attendees. Justin, not sure if you wanted to say a couple of words before we wrap up. You're good? All right. Well, thank you so much again, Justin. Thank you to all of our speakers and our panelists. Again, if you can take a few moments to fill out your evaluation forms, you can turn them in at our registration area. And you can join us this evening right outside on the Springs patio for our welcoming cocktail reception. Thank you all again.